Really a fast-moving day at Georgia. Dean Legge from Dog Post, Making You a Smarter Georgia Fan, got two reports that Will Muschamp now will be the special teams coach at Georgia, at least for the time being, as Scott Cochran takes some time off. He's left the program, like I said, at least for the time being. Here's one. There's two reports, one from 24/7 and one from Chip Towers of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, saying that it appears Will Muschamp is going to fill in during Cochran's absence. Well, that makes a lot of sense. The university has not confirmed that this move is happening, but then again, there's a couple of things going on at once there. Number one, we've not been out to practice yet at Georgia, and they started practice on Friday. Number two, even if we had been going to practice, it makes sense that if a coach leaves, that a person with the experience of Will Muschamp, who's been coaching in college football for almost 20 years now, would step in. I mean, he's got tons of experience. What he did at Texas, LSU, obviously the head coach at Florida, and then South Carolina. He's got plenty of experience, probably vastly overqualified to be the special teams coach, even in an SEC school. But with Will Muschamp stepping in, reportedly, that would make a lot of sense. At least it would to me, and it would mean that Georgia could, I don't want to use the term glide into the game with Clemson on a bit of an easier path, but it does give you options, and obviously having Will on staff gives you options, and nobody's cheering for Scott Cochran to, and I don't think anyone suggested this, but it's unfortunate when life steps in, and these coaches are people, and they certainly are paid well, no question, but these are very difficult lives for sure, and so hopefully Scott gets into a situation where he's in a better place and can return to Georgia. I don't think that's out of the question at all, but he's left right now, and I don't know when he'll return. I don't know if he knows when he'll return. But in the meantime, what does it mean if Will Muschamp steps in to be the special teams coach? It gives you stability coming into a really important stretch of the season, which is the first game right after fall camp. I mean, I don't think that no one has reported that Cochran's been around for the beginning of fall camp. So we're 3 days into this thing, and my suspicion is that Will Muschamp has been dealing with the special teams for the time being. How long that will last, again, I think is up to the return, if it happens, of Scott Cochran. We just don't know what the situation is or how he can get back to being with the program. I do want to read the statement that Georgia sent out to reporters tonight about Scott Cochran. This is what Kirby Smart had to say about Scott Cochran. Coach Cochran is currently dealing with health issues and is taking time to prioritize his mental health and well-being. We fully support him as he takes his time to focus on his well-being. It certainly doesn't sound like Scott Cochran has been let go. I think that would have been reported. So with that said, I think the door is certainly open for him to come back. For what does it mean for Will Muschamp, who again has been the leader of a massive organization at two different very big SEC schools over the last decade, to be the coordinator of the special teams? Well, again, he's massively overqualified. I don't think he's an expert at the kicking arts, for lack of a better term, punting, kicking, but there are metrics and data that can help determine whether you're getting the job done in the actual kicking world. And there's been a lot of kickers through the year, and Kevin Butler, I don't think, is going to run back up to Georgia to help, but as a GA. But I don't think I don't want to act like he would go back up there when he wouldn't. But my point is that Kirby Smart is an extremely resourceful person, and that he had Will Muschamp on his staff ready. I mean, he knows all these players are. Will has been up there for, I guess, 6 months or more, whatever it's been. And his son has been there for longer than that. So, Will Muschamp being around, recruiting, being around, I didn't think he would have this much of a role. I mean, I didn't think he would be recruiting while guys are on campus. I didn't think that would be Will's role. But at minimum, that's been his role and more. I thought Kirby would say, all right, hey, man, listen, we've known each other forever. You've done this longer than I have. And there are going to be times when I need to go somebody to get practical advice. And I thought Will would be around for those times. He's been around a lot more than that. I thought it wouldn't be. I did not think he would be a day-to-day person at Georgia, but he is not only has he been a day-to-day person, but he's really going to be an on-field coach now instead of an analyst. That's a very different responsibility. Things go wrong, Will Muschamp's going to get blamed for it. Hey, he's been there before. That's not a new thing for him. But what happens if things go right? And what happened? Is this a way for Will Muschamp to rehabilitate his coaching resume? Will he be a head coach again one day? He's already done it at Florida and Carolina. Is there a better spot for him? A place that he fits in better? I don't know. But for the time being, he is the most logical stopgap between Georgia's fall camp and the Clemson game. I do think you were getting a lot of expertise from him regarding Clemson to begin with. He was there 16, 17, 18, 19 playing them. Some of those games were more competitive than they sort of should have been. And I don't know if that speaks to, Will being a good coach or not. Some of them were blowouts. But he knows them. Will that help? I'm not sure. For the time being, it's being reported that he's going to be the special teams coordinator at Georgia. We will not get further comment from Kirby Smart for another week. So I don't expect the people that we talked to during this week to confirm some things, but that's what's being reported by reputable outlets. These guys are not bad reporters by any stretch of the imagination. I would believe what they're saying. That's why I came to you, but you need to be on the website. I'm coming to y'all a lot later than things are breaking on the website, so make sure you're over at dogpost.com.